this funding isn't restored, it could impact more than 4,000 kids across the entire district. We are hearing that lawsuits are being filed, and clearly protesters are out here making their voices heard as well. Now, it was hard to make out the faces of who got out of that SUV, but obviously this is kind of confirming for us some of what we already believed to be true, that those National Guards members were taken here. They have to determine whether or not Brendan Banfield, who you see there on your screen, killed Christine Banfield and Joseph Ryan. It can't be either or, it has to be both. So Leslie and Lorenzo, I'm going to go ahead and get you signed up for the half marathon tomorrow. I'll do Leslie's first, because I know she's really into running. So let's get this account started.
No, ma'am.
What's your email address?
We're going to start getting those emails.
No. Police say they went up to someone who was acting suspicious. Well, when they did, he apparently took off running straight into the cider mill apartment complex and pulled a gun on the officers, opened fire. But let's take you across the street. So this particular group of federal agents, we've been really keeping tabs on them tonight, following them from spot to spot. I want to be clear, though, we have not seen this group of officers make any arrests tonight. He testified with the defense, obviously on his side, asking him questions that were likely rehearsed and planned out. Tonight, I spoke exclusively with the director of the D.C. Department of Buildings, who shared with me that he regrets not meeting with the neighborhood commissioner sooner.
This is the second time the building has collapsed. At what point is the developer going to be held accountable?
Do you believe there is a place where you find her alive at this point?
I don't believe so.
We went to his home. Covered in scratches, the doorbell camera knocked down. A woman answered the door. Is it your son?
Open the door! Your worst nightmare!
What would you do if these three showed up at your house? We've seen snow on and off out here in Arlington, but it has not been steady. What has been steady, the number of people coming in, they're looking for things like shovels, salt. Let's take you inside. This is Cherrydale Hardware. Hi there. Oh my goodness, how cute are you? That was in her opening statement, right? She said the blood evidence is what we have here for this case. And she also said Juliana is a great bonus, right? She's our witness, but this is a blood evidence-based case. And you heard Steve Descano say he believes they could have won this case even without Juliana.
Katie.Lusso, she is live at MedStar Washington Hospital Center with some new information about these guardsmen. Katie, what do we know?
Yeah, well, Leslie and Lorenzo, a law enforcement source telling us that both of the National Guard members who were shot earlier today are being treated here at MedStar Washington Hospital Center. And it has just been an incredibly emotional night for so many people, but especially the family and friends of these two Guard members. Well, tonight we are learning a little bit more about one of those National Guardsmen. I want you to take a look at this post that was put up on social media just in the last 2 hours. This is from Musselman High School in Inwood, West Virginia, which is in Berkeley County, and they posted this photo. I want to read to you what it says in the caption. It says, "Our Appleman community is deeply saddened to learn that Musselman High School alumnus Andrew Wolf was one of the National Guardsmen injured in the shooting in Washington, D.C. today. Andrew is currently in critical condition and undergoing surgery. Please keep Andrew, his family, and all of those affected in your thoughts. We will share updates as we receive them." They ended the post by writing, "Once an Appleman, always an Appleman." Now, we believe he is one of the two National Guard members who were shot and rushed here to MedStar Washington Hospital Center. Let's take you through what's been happening here at the hospital since that all unfolded. Things really started to get hectic. Right around 5:30 tonight, we saw a slew of law enforcement vehicles arriving here to MedStar Washington Hospital Center, both DC police and federal law enforcement among them. We also have seen lots of National Guard members arriving here to the hospital, and we also saw an FBI agent. We know the FBI is one of the agencies handling the investigation. Here's what FBI Director Kash Patel said earlier.
Please send your prayers.
And back out here live at MedStar Washington Hospital Center, again, a source confirming to us that the two National Guard members are being treated here. We are obviously keeping them, their family, and their friends in our thoughts tonight. In Northwest D.C., I'm Katie.Lusso. Back to you. Tonight, 3 people were killed and 3 others injured just steps from where I'm standing. Tonight, police still calling this an active shooter situation because they are still searching for the suspect or suspects. Tuesday night, police tape and heavily armed officers remain posted up throughout this quiet community where 6 people were shot earlier in the night.
Everybody thought it was a car backfiring until they heard the rapid fire, and that's when they realized they were shooting.
This woman was at work when it happened and got a terrifying call from her kids. Her son had been outside walking the dog when it happened.
He just saw, people firing at each other.
He spoke with us over the phone.
I threw my dog in the house and told my family to go to the basement, go to the basement, go to the basement.
When he came back outside, lied.
And I had seen the two shooters standing in the street.
He says the shooters ran behind the houses. When police arrived, they found 6 people were shot, 3 of them dead.
Right now, I mean, we still have an active, ongoing investigation with no suspects in custody. That's why we're asking the community to stay indoors, stay clear of the area, and let our investigators do their job.
Now, the sheriff's office did confirm that several people were detained, but would not confirm if they were released or connected to this case in any way. We are also told by some neighbors that children may have been some of the victims. Again, the sheriff's office would not confirm that either. The sheriff's office did say that they will have officers out here through the night and in the area, and they are asking people to remain in their homes until the arrest of the suspect or suspects is made.
This is a sub-basement.
This is Kala.
I built this around 10 years ago.
Showing us her basement.
I always wanted to expand it.
You may recognize her as...
It's your girl, Kala. Sometimes Kala, the science girl, based off of Bill Nye, the Science Guy.
That is, if you're one of the more than 600,000 followers she has on TikTok, a following she grew by digging.
We have all this.
Literally. She took us inside the tunnel she's been building under her Northern Virginia home since 2022.
It goes about 30 feet down the first tunnel.
But in 2024, after people complained, she had to stop.
They did give me a stop work order and are requiring an immediate evaluation by a professional engineer.
Well, she didn't give up, and last week she got these.
These are the approved building plans.
She says the town approved her plans to build a tunnel. Why a tunnel?
Because it is the most challenging and complex project that you can do. There's a lot of mathematics, there's a lot of engineering.
Which, by the way, her day job is in computer sciences. This is her passion. Right now, her permit only allows for the tunnel she's built so far, but she has hopes to expand.
My goal would be to go outside of the boundary of the house in the backyard and then just build like a little shelter.
Is it a fear thing that you want to build a shelter?
Not at all, just for fun.
While she's received her fair share of pushback on the project, it's the positive that keeps her going.
A few people said that they're going into engineering because of my content.
In many of her videos, she explains her process.
I felt that this was a good opportunity to inspire people about engineering.
And something else.
You could have given up so many times. You hit so many walls with this. Talk to me about why you didn't give up.
Because persistence is in my DNA.
Something she hopes will resonate with her youngest followers.
I've always been very open about sharing failures that occur along the way. Failure is a better teacher than success. When something goes wrong, that's a learning opportunity that we can use to grow.